I want to talk about how
Victims are preschoolers at Margaret Fuller. They all claim that Jackie Walker tickled them.
All current.
Yes.
So, all too young to testify?
Saturday's job hunting work in SVU. But we're looking at this right now. And this is a MISTA, or an alleged MISTA document. The thing that I'm looking at here is, first of all, cramming ADA, the paragraph for ADA, into this tiny little box, but also how the subtle nuances they've done to basically turn ADA into something that's only for people that are on their deathbed. And this is also something that I've seen in the Tri-County area, specifically in Saginaw County. Unless, of course, you fall under the right category or the right group around here. And those people, actually, I've seen, they get away with anything. And they have a different standard for disability, And it's just a corruption of this area. Sometimes I'll see somebody that is easily rated because of their because of who they're married to, VA staffer, or they're the right political group, or the right religious group, or the right ethnic group. It's a very corrupt area. That's why I'm telling people, don't move here. Until they clean up their act and this place starts arresting people, I really recommend people don't move here. But the way that they define ADA here, you can see here the way that it's the most strictest interpretation, and yet this isn't the entire clause. There's more. But they make it as restrictive as possible. See up here, gainful activity by reason of physical or mental impairment which is expected to result in death, or has lasted or can expect to last not less than 12 months. That's incorrect. Because a broken leg, a broken arm, a broken finger, that does qualify you as a disability, and those don't last a year. They're using the most strictest definition, and I'm pretty sure that like I said, this isn't the entire piece of legislation regarding ADA. And I think that this one is outdated. It's been revised. I'm almost positive I read something that's revised, and again, it's a lot longer than this. The legislation, just see how it's very restrictive. This, if you follow this version of ADA, basically you're saying that you shouldn't be living independently. They're setting people up. And this goes right along with what I've seen at the VA. Unless you're the right group, they won't help you. Like I said, it depends on the provider. I haven't found, again, as I said in other videos, the algorithm, quote unquote. But I do know at least one thing. Like the lady that I talked to about the chair, her husband was rated as having, well, I don't know if he was rated. Well, actually, he would have to have been rated if he was diagnosed with the VA with rheumatoid arthritis. She didn't say at the VA, but I don't know, it's kind of intimated. I could be wrong. But he was given a diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis based on one joint. And all of the literature I've read, all of it would discount that. No doctor would touch that because it's isolated. And you're not going to have elevated blood chemistry levels if you only have one joint affected. Blood chemistry levels are going to be significantly lower, significantly, which would mean that he would be a rheumatologist would say that he either doesn't have it or he is just beginning to have it. But again, only one joint. Most people are not going to want to touch that unless it is so absolutely degraded. But even then, one joint, that's it. Again, the blood chemistry is not going to match. So, but anyway, she was explaining how her husband was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when it only attacked one joint. So, yeah, somebody hooked him up there. But this is the same thing, that I've seen. They use this very, very restrictive interpretation. And they don't, I've encountered things in various housing agency manuals where they actually leave sections out of the ADA. They will leave sections out. So, yeah, this is, yeah, very restrictive. And they're saying somebody that has drug or alcohol dependence is not disabled. Yeah, they change these subtle nuances. Pay attention to this. And if you have to, find an attorney. This is a very restrictive interpretation. Like I've said, they've left stuff out. Oh, yeah, another thing. Besides being near dead, they give more attention in this interpretation of ADA to somebody being near dead or developmentally disabled than they do anything else. It's very restrictive. And again, like I said, they're misquoting this. They're misquoting it and they're misinterpreting it as well. Just pay attention to this, folks. Because if you don't have medical care, this interpretation right here means that your bad knee, your bad ankle, your obesity, your heart problem, your asthma, it doesn't mean anything at all.